And the National Assembly has adopted the report by the Budget and Appropriations Committee capping government borrowing in the next financial year at not more than 930 billion shillings or 7.5% of the GDP, whichever is lower. Debt management took center stage during debate of the report, with most legislators concerned of the level of public debt. When the report was exposed to a vote, those in support of lower public borrowing carried the day. The draft 2021-2022 budget policy statement was tabled by the Budget and Appropriations Committee chair, proposing that the revenue target for the next fiscal year be set at no less than 2.03 trillion shillings, of which 1.77 trillion shillings is targeted as ordinary revenue. A recommendation by the Budget and Appropriations Committee capping the fiscal deficit at 930 billion shillings or 7.5% of GDP, whichever is lower, was backed by a majority of legislators. Parliamentarians took issue with the level of public debt, noting that future generations could be overburdened by loan repayments, which could affect their ability to undertake development projects.
We have to help this country. We have to go back and see where the rain started beating us.
How I wish, Honorable Speaker, that this deficit would be reduced to the levels of 6 to 7%. And I would really implore on the Budget and Appropriations Committee to get the National Treasury to reduce this budget deficit to a level of at least 6 to 7%.
Some legislators defended the public debt level, noting that cash was being invested in development projects and provision of basic needs such as security, health and education.
So long as we are not able to cover all the expenditures we want through our taxes. Because you can either only finance through the amount you get from taxpayers or have to borrow, so long as the need is still there. We committed ourselves to free education. We're spending 27% of our budget on education.
After heated debate, members of the National Assembly adopted the report capping the 2021-2022 budget deficit and the amount that the National Treasury can borrow to finance the budget for the next financial year.
Will as many as without opinion say aye? Aye. As many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Betty Kiptum, Channel 1 Business.